Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 20. Last season, we did pretty good. We finished with a 79-83 record, which I know doesn't sound that thrilling, but considering we're not that far removed from losing 100 games, we're really making significant strides. We're not at the point where we're just one or two players away, but we're not hugely far off either. I do want to acknowledge something that a few of you guys said on the comments about picking Thurman Munson over Carlton Fisk. And knowing what I know now and knowing what you know now after having watched the previous videos, maybe we should have, but maybe we shouldn't have. I'm still not entirely convinced, but I can definitely see the argument that Munson was more Major League ready. And given that the purpose of this and the remaining series for OOTP 20, at least for the immediate future, is to win a World Series title as quickly as possible, I can dig it. I can see why people think Munson was the choice. And maybe he should have been, but maybe Fisk will turn out, and this will be the year that we find out. Let's get ourselves some new coaches. One of the things I've always found a little irritating about the way that OTP does coaches, it's never easy to tell which coach is the best fit for your team. Like, I can click on Tim Goss. He likes contact hitters. This doesn't tell me how good he is at developing them. It just says he likes working with contact hitters. And I have no contact hitters on the roster. Tony Roca. I do have a few power hitters. And so this appears to be the pretty obvious choice. But I just wish coaching was a little bit more developed. Like, if managers do better with certain players, why shouldn't hitting and pitching coaches? I just think it would add another layer of depth to the game. Regardless, we're going to pick him. And then we're going to look at pitching coaches. The best one is clearly Adam Martin, who likes ground ballers. And I do have a fair few of those. Especially Caldwell, who I just picked up. Finesse pitchers, maybe Burp. Nope, if Burp Blyloven isn't a finesse pitcher, then we'll just go ahead and grab Martin here. All right. Pat Kelly. I legitimately completely forgot about him. So what happens? Is there anyone who's quite expensive that's on the old side that we might want to dump? Because free agency will be starting relatively soon. I think 1975 is free agency. What's starting in 72? The DH? Maybe the DH. We've got a fairly good salary. It doesn't hurt to look and see if there's anyone who's being wildly overpaid. Not really. I mean, we could trade Kurt Motton, who has never really played for very long. I just don't know what we would get for him. Let's try to flip him. And again, we're looking for interesting players more than we are players of a specific type or quality. No, he's a pretty heavily... Yeah, we're not getting great offers. I think the way to get good offers would be to ask for veterans and then take on someone even more expensive. But yeah, there's just not much. I get Roberto Clemente back. But he's not so good these days. Alkaline, same. Yeah, it's just not worth it. I'm not going to trade someone just to trade him. And we're doing well enough on salary that I don't have to get rid of him. I probably will, at the very least, demote him. But I don't think we have... Yeah, all of our top prospects are now in the majors, which is a bit troubling, but like if we look at rosters and transactions, we don't have a lot of top level prospects. And this is because I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but the draft classes are really tiny. Because the draft classes are so small, you don't get to develop the kind of depth that ideally I would like to have. Sure. Luber, you can. No, I don't want him to be injured. I want to be promoted to A ball. Wilson could go up to Double A. Yeah. We need depth. We have a very strong. We're getting to have a very strong frontline roster. We can definitely trade a catcher or two, actually. Maybe Hendricks. What's the market for Hendricks like? Because I'm not carrying 4 catchers. That's ridiculous. I'm going to focus on prospects. No. Yeah, we're only getting relief pitchers, which is a good indication that someone's not particularly good. I think I'll just flat out release Jim Price. Like, he's not a great catcher, and he doesn't hit very well, and that's not a very good combination. So we're just going to go ahead and release him. Alright, let's advance time a bit and see what shakes out. I got my new pitching coach. That's delightful. I got a silver slugger. I think that's the first time. And we got a gold glove too. Who? Oh, Tony Oliva. Nice. Okay. Damn, Chris Spire with his frickin' silver slugger award. That's pretty hot. Yeah, I have a feeling Chris Spire's Rookie of the Year, and then it's not particularly close. Yep. Wow, really? Dave Kingman got an awful lot of votes. Dave Kingman did hit almost 50 home runs in his first year in the major leagues. This is a very Dave Kingman stat line, by the way. I don't see why he got even that many votes, but that's fine. I won't begrudge him that. He might even get, honestly, Spire might get some down ballot MVP votes. I don't think he's going to win MVP. But I wouldn't be shocked to see him get a handful of votes. Just out of curiosity, I want to see... Okay, first of all, Mike Schmidt would be awfully tasty, and there is absolutely no way in all the 7 hells that he's going to be available by the time that we pick. I mean, we should just disabuse ourselves of that fantasy right now. I'd also like to get Dwight Evans. Again, probably won't be around by the time we pick. But I want to quickly check the news. Where is MVP? Yeah, Chris Spire did get some votes. The only Brewer that got any, and probably the only one that deserved any, because he was pretty special. But, so where are we picking this year? 9th. That's not terrible. We're definitely likely to get a quality player. I wonder, what does a draft pool look like? Yeah, there's definitely enough quality that we're going to get a really solid player. I mean, look at all this. Al Bunbury? I've never heard of him. To be fair, he had a really great rookie year. He stuck around for a while. So we're not going to get Schmidt, I don't think. Yeah. In this instance, I'm going to call our scout full of it. I think OSA is equally full of it. But here I'm not going to trust my scout who just doesn't think he's going to hit for contact. And it's true, Mike Schmidt historically never hit for a great batting average, but that wasn't his point. Like 267 sounds bad, but the dude hit 527 as a career slugging percentage, hit more than 500 homers, played pretty damn good third base. I mean, Mike Schmidt is a Hall of Famer's Hall of Famer, so I will jump all over him if he's available. I just don't think he will be. Which means we're probably looking at one of these center fielders, which wouldn't be a terrible idea either. Like, Gary Maddox would be a nice little pick because our current center field situation is acceptable, but not super brilliant. Like, I think Steve Bry works best as either in the corners or as a secondary outfielder. I don't know that he's good enough to play center every day. Why is he playing center every day? Oh, because Boots Day is honestly just okay. Yeah. I'm going to say right now, if Gary Maddox is there and Mike Schmidt isn't, we'll probably grab Gary Maddox. I think he just fits too well into the team. And the only other position we're really weak at is second base. What is my scout actually good at? Is the problem actually my scout? Yeah. He's apparently brilliant at all forms of scouting, so that's, you know... I want to get his scouting preference. No, he kind of knows what he's doing. Now remember, OSA is always the default. Oh, since someone asked about it, I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I have the scouting accuracy set to. Where is it? It's under AI settings? No. Ah. We base it pretty heavily on ratings and how he's doing in the current year. Alright, I turned on scouting. Here we go. Yeah, I have scouting accuracy on normal. You can pick different levels, but I find it's less fun. We'll go ahead and go to the end of the winter meetings. I know we should be trying to trade for people, and I guess we can check the trade block. But the honest truth is I don't have much to trade. Like, I don't have a deep minor league system. I don't really have any super talented young players that I think I could make a profit on. Yeah. We just kind of go with the flow right now. Yeah, up until free agency kicks in, I really do think the draft is the best way to build your team. And after that, it's waiver wire scouring. It's hoping you get people that fall through the cracks. Trades are really good if you have something that people want to trade for. I'll vote for Richie Escher because I want him off the ballot. I'm getting sick of seeing his stupid face. I have no problem with Richie Ashburn. I don't know why I called his face stupid. Oh, damn. Bob Friend really turned out in our timeline. Yeah, no, I'm definitely putting him on the list. It seems like if Bob Friend had been on some better teams in this timeline, he would have had easily 300 plus wins. Because having a 3.58 ERA with a losing record is pretty talented, all things considered. Junior Gilliam, no. Harvey Haddix, I'm not seeing a lot here that is getting my attention. Gotta go for Sandy. Sandy Koufax was the high peak pitcher in the days before Pedro Martinez and other players of his caliber. Gotta give some love to Minnie Minoso. Billy Pierce, maybe. Let's go Big Ballot this time. Bobby Richardson. I get that he technically qualifies for the Hall of Fame, but yeah, he's not nearly good. Robin Roberts does, for sure. That's an easy choice. I think there's a very realistic chance of us having 3 first ballot Hall of Famers here, and Bob Friend, Sandy Koufax, and Robin Roberts, but we'll see. Submit that beautiful ballot. Up to the draft. All right. Any other big names here that I didn't catch first time? Buddy Bell wouldn't be terrible. But he's... Okay. So let's see. Which positions do we think of ourselves at firmly settled at? Oof. Some of my pictures don't look so good now. Oh, well. Catcher. Fisk is going to get his shot. I'm not going to draft a catcher. Wow. Did I click on some scouting? Oh, here's the problem. Please give me my scouts ratings. If I wanted OSA's ratings, I would ask for them. I mean, I'm paying the guy. I might as well trust him. Okay. That's more what I'm used to looking at. So Fisk. Fisk is going to get his shot. Buckner, I probably wouldn't draft at first base. Although the fact that Buckner can also play left and do it fairly well means if the right first baseman came along, I might acquire him. Second base has some room for improvement. I don't like Ted Martinez at all. Third base is becoming an area of concern. I think his scouting profile is just like plummeted, hasn't it? No, it's been increasing. Like, what the heck happened here? Damn it, you did it again. Why did you reset to OSA? At no point did I say, ignore my scout. Stop being a butthole. Okay, please stay there so that I can look at my players with the way they should be. Okay. That is so weird. Is that a bug? Like, if I hover over the player, it shows the OSA stats. So if we click on position ratings here, does it show correctly? Yes, it does. This shows no, it says scouting OSA. This is so weird. What the heck is going on? Why are we not scouting the way we should be? I don't know, guys. But I definitely trust my scout more than I trust OSA. For sure. Alright. Oliva is getting to the point where he's probably replaceable. Goodson, I just don't know. Like, OSA thinks he's a piece of crap. We think he's a lot better. Like, he's a good enough hitter who plays third base well enough. But I honestly think we'd be better off as a team if we put him at first and put Buckner in the outfield. Which is a thing we could try. Especially if someone like Kelly doesn't recover very well. Yeah, I would say second base and outfield, and maybe third, are the positions we could most improve at. All right. If the Padres aren't brain damaged, they're going to take Mike Schmidt. They took Al Bunbury. Maybe they are brain damaged. How about the Expos? They took Schmidt. Okay. Well, that's fair. All right. Texas takes Buddy Bell. There goes Dewey Evans going to the Royals. There goes Gary Matthews Sr. There goes Rick Rochelle. Oh, back with the Cubs. I like seeing players end up with the teams they did in real life. It tickles my funny bone. The Yankees take Steve Busby. Oh, you son of a bitch, Boston. You assholes. I was going to take the shit out of Gary Maddox. Damn it. Alright. Well, we've got Gary Thomason, who's got the potential to be an outstanding hitter but can't really play center. Johnny Grubb, even more potential to be an outstanding hitter, can't really play center. Steve Yeager, no. Rich Coggins, already a tremendous hitter. At least he hits for a high average. Jack Brohammer. No. So we end up with another corner outfielder, which isn't my preference, but isn't the end of the world either. Okay. So then the comparison really comes down between Thomason, Grubb, and Coggins. Thomason, first of all, is 20 years old. He's got really high contact and gap power, could develop legitimate home run power, should draw plenty of walks. Good if not great speed. Will strike out a fair bit. That's a pretty solid player. Johnny Grubb. Grubb is far more finished and has the potential to have just have an insane amount of contact. He should hit for a high average. And he'll have enough power and enough discipline to make that stick. Interesting. I think I'm the only reason I wouldn't take Grubb is because he's kind of a shitty outfielder. But he's such a good hitter. Like, does OSA think he's full of it? No. OSA thinks he's legit too. I'm not going to let myself get talked out of it. I'm going to go ahead and take Grubb. Because he's such a good hitter that I will tolerate his inability to play the outfield very effectively. And then this gives us an asset. We can trade like Pat Kelly or someone like that. Oh, we're not even looking at pitchers. Okay, I'm still going to take Grubb. But I had to do my due diligence. Even though like a Doc Medich or a Dave Goltz would be nice, we're going to take Grubby here. Draft him. And then we'll see who's left. Okay. Yeah, I noticed there's only 95 players left in the draft. I don't know how we're getting through 16 rounds, but... So most of the better players are relievers. Which is fine. Yeah, we're already at the point really where it doesn't really matter what choices we make. Oh my god, it's Mike Tyson. It's not that Mike Tyson. Don't get excited. Honestly, I don't mind taking him. because he's probably the most complete position player, and the fact that he'll eventually hit well enough. I don't think he's going to hit 290, but sure. Yeah, we'll take Mike Tyson. Not just because of the name, but the name certainly doesn't hurt. Ron Schuler. Why would I want a starting pitcher without stamina? That doesn't make sense to me. I could take Mike Adams, just see how he turns out. He's a low... He's got a low ceiling, but his floor is somewhat high. And yeah, we're already in the part of the draft which is kind of like, just take whoever. Alright, Johnny Grubb. Let's get us some Grubb. And if you didn't think I was going to go there, you don't know me very well. And we'll just go ahead and sign everyone, because there's no reason not to sign them. We're looking for just warm bodies as much as we are anything else. Cool. So, what does Grubb do for the rest of the team? First of all, are we going to start the year with him in the majors? I think the answer is no. But having said that, I think the leash on, and Kelly in particular, is going to be incredibly short. Because he wasn't having a great year last year before he got hurt. And he's really only ever had the one outstanding year. He's just not living up to his ratings for whatever reason. So... he's on a short leash. Interesting idea. Do we trade Oliva? Okay. Oliva's 33. Hitters typically tend to start falling off the back end at this age. And while last year he was amazing and an all-star, I don't think 1972 is going to be as kind to him. Trading Oliva opens up a spot, and we can shift people around to give a Grubb a spot. And I think right now, Grubb is more useful to our team because he plays fairly good defense, hits for a really high average, gets on base than Oliva is, who offers power but not a lot else. He did win a Gold Glove, too, last year, which is pretty cool. I don't have to trade Oliva, but I like the idea of knowing that I could trade him if I needed to. I would trade Kelly at this point. Kelly is gumming up the works in so many different ways. Because we also need third base, and we didn't get a new one, so I think Goodson's just going to have to muddle around at third again for a second year. And then we'll try to target one in the draft next year. But to be frank, there wasn't much there when we got there. And I'm totally cool with ignoring everyone here. Let's go up to the Rule 5 draft. Alright, Adams. You're going to go to A-ball. Like, Grubb is probably Major League ready right this second. But he could be even better. And since right now I don't have an opening on the roster, I think we're going to throw him in the deep waters of the minors and put him in Double-A. Because he's a highly advanced prospect, and I think he'll advance very quickly. He would be the best contact hitter on the team by a pretty sizable margin. We have a lot of people who don't hit from much contact. That is troubling. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. We're going to pick at 9. Canigliaro's still around these days. OSA is a little more sanguine on him than I am, but Andy's already gone. Tommy Davis, meh. Mudcat Grant, I love Mudcat Grant, but he's also 36, so no. Perpetual Pat Corrales. Oh, you didn't put his So, quick story. Pat Corrales was the manager of the Indians for most of the 1970s after he retired as a professional baseball player. And for whatever reason, he got into an argument with Gabe Paul, who was the GM of the Indians at the time. And so what Gabe Paul would do was he wouldn't give him a long-term contract. He'd just give him a new one-year contract every year just to make him sweat and not realize if he was going to get to come back or not. So they called him Perpetual Pat Corrales. But, yeah, that's a great story. And also shows why a lot of people thought Gabe Paul was an asshole, which he kind of was. And the Indians certainly weren't much to talk about in the 70s or the 80s, so he wasn't very good at his job either, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and finish the Rule 5. Okay. Through the Hall of Fame voting. All right, Tyson. Let's quickly look at my new players. I was right, 3. Oh, Richie Ashburn made it in. Interesting. Wow. The other owners in the league are really shitty when it comes to frickin' sabermetrics. Like, I know the guy lost a bunch of games, but still. Good for Richie Ashburn, I suppose. I'm genuinely shocked that Jerry Staley keeps hanging on with his 61 saves and his 136 wins. He's not remotely Hall of Fame level, guys. Not remotely. Maybe he's got like pictures of someone with a goat or something. I don't know. Preseason begins. Oh, I know what I was going to look at. I was going to look at the minors and see if I wanted to move other people around. Tyson can probably handle A-ball. The rest of y'all can just stay where you are. I know you want me to put Chubb in AAA. I want to give him... Oh, wow, he's all of a sudden lost his potential? What the hell? Oh, god damn it. Quit changing it back. You can also change the relative ratings, and all of a sudden your players will look a lot better. But yeah, that's not useful to us because we're not running the AAA franchise. We're running the Major League franchise. Like, I wonder if we do relative to AAA, yeah, like this, all of our Major Leaguers are like the most amazing players ever. But who the hell is Hirschberger? Where did you come from? Oh, yeah, you were my guy who's going to hit off the bench. Yeah, you kind of suck, dude. Like, real bad. I'm probably going to cut you. Pat Kelly might be ready for spring training. But I'm going to be honest with you. My tolerance for him is already fairly low. Especially if I could address other positions. Let's check the trade block, actually. I'd want a third baseman, and Dick Dietz can't play third. There's some interesting players, but there's not enough. Oh, wow, my reputation actually went down. What the hell, guys? What the hell? If we offered up Oliva, because as Branch Rickey said regarding Al Kaline, you want to trade a player a year early rather than a year late. And I genuinely, looking at the statistical record, knowing what I do about baseball, I genuinely don't see him being as productive in 1972. He's been very productive for a very long time, which is good because real life Tony Oliva got hurt and didn't get to play as effectively. Well, it took him a long time to get into the majors. Let's shop him. But I'm only going to look at prospects and regulars. I'm not going to look at anything else. We're getting a lot of names, which is pretty awesome. Yes, Bobby Fell. Really good third baseman. I'm not saying I wouldn't trade for him, but I am saying he's not a very good hitter. A really good pitching prospect. Like, we're getting offers, and they're even relatively reasonable offers. Is this Home Run Baker? No, that's a different guy who played in the early 20th century. What are you talking about, Abby? I think we hold on to him. I think the better bet is trading Pat Kelly if we wanted to open up. The thing is, anyone we trade has to be for a third baseman. Because then what would happen is Buckner shifts to the outfield, Goodson takes over first base, and then new guy takes over third. I'd rather keep Oliva than Kelly, because frankly, Kelly's had one outstanding year. He doesn't have the long track record, and I don't know how much I trust him. Let's shop Pat Kelly. I'm actually getting much better play. Oh, because he's probably cheaper. That makes sense. Okay. What am I doing? Change it to third base. Let's make sure that the options we get are useful to us. Okay. Steve Braun doesn't really play third base that well, though. Bill Sudakis. Good power and plate discipline. Pretty fair third baseman. He's had 3 pretty solid back-to-back years. He's basically a poor man's version of Mike Schmidt. That's not a terrible choice. Ken Boswell, meh. Van Kelly, meh. Ron Say, huh? Wow, they really don't like Ron Say. In real life, as far as power goes, he was a pretty solid third baseman. Alright, so we look at the ratings. He's got good discipline and might develop power, but basically he's a more raw version of Bill Sudakis. Also Jim Lefebvre. He's not a great third baseman. Now, the challenge is taking Bill Sudakis does drive up our salary. But Pat Kelly's not cheap either, so it's a fairly minor improvement. So the question becomes, do we think Pat Kelly is going to bounce back from his injury? What kind of injury was it again? Was it an MCL? Yeah. You know what? That's a knee injury. And actually, I do believe OOTP models this correctly. if he can't plant on his left knee, he's not going to be able to drive the ball. Because he's a left-handed hitter, right? Which means, I'm sorry, if he's a left-handed hitter, then his right foot would be his plant foot, and his left foot would be his anchor foot. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't think he's going to come back. I'm going to make the deal. That's the gamble I'm going to make. And look, we both like the deal. So people are a bit bummed, but they really like Bill Sudeikis, so that's fun. Alright. Now I'm going to see if my manager's going to do the sensible thing, which should be Buckner to left field, Goodson to first. Damn, the manager did the sensible decision. I really wish he wouldn't play Dyer so much. I get that he's a really good defensive catcher, but Fisk is arguably just as good. I do and I don't like this aspect of OTP, that sometimes computer managers will get a bug up their ass about certain players. Which is cool, because that's what happens in real life. I mean, we can all think of players on our own favorite teams who get way too many at-bats just because the manager likes them, even though they're not very good. Duffy Dyer is not very good. And he's hugely overpaid. I'm gonna trade him. I'm gonna trade this guy. All players. John Curtis. You could potentially be a starter. I don't know that you would be a very good starter, but you're useful and you're cheap. I guess I could try to get you to throw in someone else, but I think you'll probably tell me no quite correctly. Could I get John Curtis too? Oh, I literally am trading for John Curtis. Wow, I suck at reading comprehension. I mean, Rich Folkers? Sure. Let's do it. Rich Coggins would have been a fair choice, too. But he didn't have the ceiling with his home run and discipline. That's why I picked What's-His-Face over Coggins. There we go. Does anyone need to be... Nope. Okay. Now let's have the manager... That's more reasonable. I can see bringing in Hendricks every now and again, especially since Fisk is a young player and he's going to need some time to develop. I'm totally cool with that. I don't know if I like this Bride Day timeshare, but at the end of the day, I don't necessarily mind. Pitching staff all looks good. Let's get through spring training, my friends. What the? Oh, we moved to the AL East this season. Oh shit, I forgot about that. That's not great. Oh, I totally forgot. I wanted to have Grubb play in spring training for us. Shit. Oh well. Damn, Fisk is getting better. I think Goodson's gonna like first a lot more than he liked third. Sudeikis got a little worse. That's not happy. That doesn't make me a happy guy. Oh shit, Johnny Grubb just went... That's alright, though. We'll see how he handles things. Oh, Curtis, you're going to A-ball. Double A. And then Folkers, you're definitely going to double A. You're both way too old to be... And we'll finish the last day of spring training. Okay, decision time. Oh, that's right. You until opening day, you don't reset the prospect list. Otherwise, I'm like, Johnny Grubb doesn't even make top 10? Come on, guys. All right. Well, let's make the easy decisions first. You're injured. Yeah, Tug. I'm gonna put you on the 60-day. No, I'll put you on the 15-day DL. I'll deal with you later. Okay, how many pitchers do we have? We have 14 pitchers. That's way too damn many. The number of pitchers on this team is too damn high. Yeah, Kroll. I'm just gonna release you. Vaughn, same. I'm not gonna screw around with options or any of that bullshit. Camino, same. How many pitchers does that leave me with? 11. That's going to leave us a little overstaffed in pitching, but to be frank, I don't have a real need for any position players yet. So I think we're going to go ahead and just leave it as is. I'd rather Joe Morgan start at second, to be perfectly blunt, rather than Martinez. If I had another middle infield prospect, I'd consider it. Well, you think Curtis can handle AAA? All right. Nope. You almost tricked me, Grubb. I said AA. I meant AA. Quit trying to trick me. Because if he does develop some experience playing in center field, he's got the tool set where I will happily stick him in center and we won't even worry about corner outfield. Let's get up to opening day. Because that'll do the new minor league rankings. My overall rankings are going to go on the toilet. I've accepted that. Grubb still didn't make the top 10. What the hell, you guys? Oh, Grubb is 14th. I totally missed that Fisk was number 6, though. That's nice. Oh, he's still considered a top prospect because he hasn't played the majors yet. Yeah, okay. Wait, why is Bry still a prospect? He spent almost 100... Oh, I wonder if it's only when they no longer count as rookies. That would make sense. Bob Reynolds and Folkers. Okay. The Yankees farm system doesn't worry me, actually. Because while Steve Busby's really, really good, and so is Darryl Porter, the rest of it is all just basically reduplicating pitchers. And at a certain point, you only need so many pitchers. Fuck you, Boston. I wanted Gary Maddox. But I think actually we ended up with a better hitter in the end. I just really wanted him for his center field abilities. I think it's Gary Maddox that used to make the joke about, what was it, 70%? Yeah, 2/3 of the world is covered by water. The other third is covered by Gary Maddox. Yeah. Alright, but it's opening day. We've done all we can do for the moment. Let's see how things turn out. We can get Tug McGraw back. Hooray. You're going to the minors on a rehab assignment for when you inevitably get hurt again. How's my roster incomplete? Oh, I have too many people. How the hell did that happen? Oh, I was supposed to get rid of a hitter too, wasn't I? Trevino's really good defensively. I'm going to get rid of Mike Hirschberger. Yeah, well. I could have traded him. I should have traded him. I didn't think of it. Shame on me. Oh, damn. A no-hitter for Dave Boswell. Well, that's a hell of a thing. Let me check. Let me check out the game log or the box score. Man, he only allowed 3 walks. Damn. Congratulations, Dave Boswell. I mean, Sonny Siebert did an awesome job. 9 times out of 10, this is a winning line. But yeah, no hitter. Good work. How did we actually drive in a run? Teddy Martinez. Okay, sure. We could watch the highlights. Let's watch the highlights. It's a no-hitter. You don't get to see them very often. Continue. And that's Martinez's RBI. That's a walk. Our old friend Thurman Munson. Oh, that was the one time that someone in scoring position. Okay. And he struck out Amos Otis. That's actually pretty impressive. Amos Otis was really good at not striking out. And a nice weak outfield. A hit to the outfield. One of the things I'd love for them to simulate, which is probably beyond the capability of OOTP, I'd love to get a better pitcher-batter interface, just to see exactly how far off the plate the pitch is. Damn, Dave Boswell. You are a beast. Yeah, man. I do believe it, but that's awesome, dude. How did I even get Dave Boswell? I traded for him. Were you part of the Tony Oliva trade? You sure were. How's Jesus Alou doing these days? Not so good. Camilo Pascual? Nope. Ken Boyer? Mm-mm. Dick Woodson? He had an okay year last year. But look, I got a guy who just threw a no-hitter, and I got Tony fucking Oliva. So you know what? I'm pretty pleased with how that trade turned out. But it's like the ability to see like the hitter facing the pitcher would have a lot more impact. Like seeing how close the pitch was and things of that nature would be a lot cooler. Hey, look, Tug McGraw got hurt again. Rich Kester is pretty solid. Marone, I'm going to waive you. If someone else wants to grab you, that is their right as Americans. As Americans. Oh, that's a kick in the balls. Damn. Man throws a no-hitter in his first start. Pitches 4 more starts, and then is gone for the rest of the year. That's brutal. So brutal. Look, I really don't want to call up Curtis. But he would be just the 5th starter. Yeah, alright. I'll call up Curtis. Like, this is the worst of it. This is making the best of a horrible situation. But damn, man. How's Grubb enjoying the oh, okay. Yeah, he's hitting almost 500. That is definitely a thing. Well, let's continue. Might want to trade for a starting pitcher at some point. Yeah, Tug McGraw's hurt again, so I'm just going to put him on the 60-day DL. I could just release him, but to be honest, I don't care. No one wanted Lou Marone. That's shocking. You can go to Double-A and learn how to suck less. We're not bad off this year. Baltimore's on fire. But we're not doing poorly. Player development. Yeah, some pitchers got a bit better. Poor Dave Boswell. Okay, Carlton Fisk is skyrocketing with his abilities. That's awesome. Sudeikis is getting better. Spire is getting better. Tony Oliva is keeping it real. Buckner just randomly got better because reasons. Johnny Grubb is getting faster, but is otherwise losing a tiny bit of ability, which doesn't fill me with joy. How many at-bats has he had? Almost 150. He's murdering baseballs. He's going to go to AAA. He's going to have a rocket strapped to his ass, and he's going to be in the majors probably by the end of the season. But I am a little concerned that he lost some of his gap power. And that's why I'm wanting to make sure that we give him all the chances to develop properly. Jim Dunnigan, huh? Oh, okay. Ooh, a shout out for Blyleven. Nice. Okay, first of all, let's take a quick look at the team. What's going well, what's not going well? Okay, we're not scoring runs. Because literally no one is hitting. Except for Tony Oliva, Chris Spire, and randomly Carlton Fisk is doing pretty okay in his first year in the majors. The pitching's outstanding, but we're not able to hit. We're not going to rush things on Grubb, but I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing him in the majors in the very near future. Missing 6 days isn't the end of the world. Personnel. My assistant GM's contract is up. That's as maybe. Let's re-sign all of our minor league coaches. I like having them all to nice long extensions so that they can never leave. Oh, my bench coach. How do you do with the current team? You don't develop people at all. How would Walter Alston be as a bench coach? Oh, he'd be perfect. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and promote you to Major League Bench Coach. There we go. That way Walter Alston can manage us to glory. Or something of the sort. we'll re-sign my assistant GM. As long as he doesn't make more money than me. Alright. I can maybe handle the manager making more than me. Maybe even the scouting director. But not the bench, not the assistant GM. He's my assistant. He should definitely make less money than I do. Three weeks from Mike Caldwell. Please don't tell him. Okay, he's just bruised his shin. Some baseball probably like ricocheted off of him or something. Are there any decent pitchers on the market? Trade market. Jim Lawnberg. Now, here's the problem, though. I don't have a lot that's really attractive. I could trade like Bob Reynolds. Like, he's a fairly highly ranked relief pitching prospect. That might be enough. What would I have to give you? Bry, Blyleven, or Sudeikis, none of whom I'm really willing to trade yet. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to bother with that. Yeah, Johnny Grubb is also hitting 400 in AAA. Yeah, I don't care. Go back on another rehab assignment. He'll be back in a week. I think we'll just pitch shorthanded for a bit. Is the hitting getting any better? It is better. It's still not good, but it is better. Is Sudeikis drawing walks? He is. He is playing as the poor man's Mike Schmidt I feared he might be. I still think we're better off, though, now that Goodson has a regular position that he's really good at playing defensively. Okay, Buckner's really... Buckner is not getting on base at all. I wish I could, like, slap my manager in the face and be like, come on, dude. Stop playing him second. I can force him into a certain lineup spot. When did this change? Yeah, I want him batting 7th. Or, sorry, I want him batting 6th against righties. 7th. There we go. We have altered his game strategy now. Yeah, because he's way too high up in the lineup to do so poorly. I don't like that you promoted Goodson necessarily in the lineup. I really want you to promote Fisk. Because Fisk is crushing it. But... That did not used to be something you could do in OOTP. You were not able to force a player to be in a specific spot in the lineup. You know what? Why is Steve Bry hitting cleanup? I'm so confused. You know what? I'm going to trust my manager at least a little bit. A personal message. We're not sure when Mike Caldwell's coming back. Well, that's fine. He's just like one of my starting pitchers. I don't need him. Steve Bry is the rookie star of the month. All right. Johnny Grubb is hitting almost 500. Like, he's really good at hitting, it turns out. Damn. Sorry about that, guys. Like, can I look myself in the eye, look at this lineup, and say that instantly he wouldn't improve it? I don't think I can say that. I think we need to move on and call up Grubb. Like Martin. Let's trade him. I only want prospects, though. Nobody. Actually, Mott might be a good way to get a starting pitcher, especially if I ask for veterans. I could get Jim Northrup. He's a really good hitter. Like, crazy good. I could get Mudcat Grant. Which is hilarious, but the thing is, I still think he would be an improvement over what we've got. Just as someone to fill out the back end of the bullpen. Like, what the hell, right? It's Mudcat Grant. Would you throw in Don Baylor? No. Would you throw in Jim Slayton? Very bad deal doesn't mean you won't do it. Let's trade Boots Day. I'm okay with that. Complete the trade. Alright, so Grubb gets that spot. And Wait, where's Mudcat? Have I been tricked? No, here he is. Okay. Yeah, you are definitely going to the majors. And then Slayton, I'm going to promote you to A-ball. You think you can handle double A? Fine. Luber 2. Okie dokie. It's time to get some grub. Well, you don't want an extension. Okay, he does. Fine. You can have it. Here's the thing. We're actually quite a decent team this year. We're just running into the fact that Baltimore's having an amazing season. I don't know who that guy is. So you'll forgive me if I don't weep hot tears that he is injured. We could bring up Tug McGraw and actually give him a shot. Has he ever actually pitched in the majors for us? He's been serviceable. Why not? Tug, have a shot. Let's see here. Mike Adams is holy shit destroying A-ball. You're getting promoted, mate. Like, damn. Huh. Joe Goddard's having himself a pretty decent year in Rookie League. Yeah, he's earned a promotion to A-ball. I have 2 pitchers made it. And Chris Spire. Like, I know that we talked about into Spire last episode. I genuinely did not think he would turn out to be a freaking MVP candidate. I don't think anyone did. But yeah, he's most definitely in the MVP candidate range. Let's sim up to the trading deadline. I don't really think there's anyone I want to trade, though. Again, except for maybe Oliva. And even then... And Burt Blyleven's having an amazing year, too. Why is he riding the bench? Manager, we're going to have some words, you and I. First of all, why the fuck is Ted Martinez leading off when he doesn't get on base? And number two, why are you continuing to play Steve Bry when there's a much better alternative on the bench? Like, are you even trying, manager? Are you even bloody trying? Or are you trying to get fired? Alright. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Yeah, I cannot see a single reason to start Bry over Grubb, except for that Grubb doesn't have the same experience at center. But yeah. Game strategy. You're the center fielder. Sorry about that, guys. Give me just a second. Okay. And you're leading off. Right. Next month. I don't know that I actually want him to be the leadoff hitter, but I definitely don't want Ted Martinez to be the leadoff hitter. That is for sure. So Grubb's already getting better at center just by playing it like a tiny bit. I think Bry is someone we're going to want to consider moving in the offseason. Didn't I promote you already? I did not. I must have... Oh, you're Mike Tyson. You're not the other guy. Holy shit, you're dominating too. Yeah, you're going up. Bill Landis is actually legitimately terrible. Jimmy Freeman can be promoted, and I can live with that. All right. Like, we're not making the playoffs. The Orioles are just too damn good this year. Joe Moeller, you can go on a rehab assignment, and then I'll promote you when the September rosters are available. Mudcant Grant is going to retire. How's he doing for us? Pretty terrible. Yeah. Roster expansion. All right. Here's Johnny Grubb. He's hitting 356, and you were going to bench him, manager. Like, seriously, what the hell? Let's get Moeller back up. Reynolds is doing okay. I think he's earned a promotion to AAA. Everyone else can just work stuff out right now. Okay, Carlton Fisk has cooled off a bit. Mostly seems like he's not hitting for as much power. But his contact ceiling is actually increased. And he's still generating tremendous value because he is a catcher. Alright, what kind of horrible mistakes are you making now? Okay, this lineup actually makes sense to me. Maybe not batting Goodson fourth when he's hitting 236, but there's not a clear, obvious alternative to him yet. Unless that's Fisk. Not yet. Fisk is probably another year or two away from being a top-notch hitter. Like, damn, Chris Spire's good. Like, holy shit. I did not expect this from him when we drafted him, but I'm going to take it all the way to the bank. The baseball bank. We're starting to slip a bit. Yeah, I don't care that you're out for 2 weeks. And we've been eliminated from the playoffs. We're on a bit of a tailspin all of a sudden. Damn. A personal message. Yeah, look at this. Fisk is really taken to the majors. Buckner's improving. Grubb is improving. Oliva's improving. Jim Slayton has made some pretty significant strides. Yeah, it's good stuff. And let's review the team as the regular season comes to an end. First of all, holy shit, Chris Spire. I was right that Oliva was worse, but still not terrible. Fisk turned in a respectable rookie league campaign. His bat was worse than league average, but it'll get there. His contact ability has increased too. Bill Sudeikis was a worthwhile third baseman. Even if his offense wasn't quite what we expected, he still did what we asked him to. Grubb is going to be a megastar. Like, I had no idea how good he would hit when he came to the majors, but yeah. 6 homers, 11 doubles, 87 hits, 339 batting average. He's already won a place in my heart. And isn't that really what matters? Doesn't handle center quite so well, so maybe that's an experiment we'll need to change. Buckner's bat really took a nosedive this year. I have to hope this was either maybe just historically a bad year for hitters, and that he'll bounce back next year. Goodson didn't do so well. And Joe Morgan is actively making the team worse, as is Woodward, whatever. Pitching. Oh, hi, Mike Caldwell. Like, I thought Bert Blyleven was good, but check this shit out. 2.11 ERA, 167 strikeouts. That's almost a 4-to-1 ratio. Only allowed 5 homers all year. And threw 260 innings. Damn. Like, I know we finished off the year on kind of a bad note. Okay, Frank, why do you do these things? He gets along well with people. That counts for something. I have to keep an eye on his lineups, though, because some of the decisions he made were frankly moronic. Let's end the episode by saying who wins the World Series this year. It's Houston. Damn. Congratulations to the Houston Astros. This was a really good season, and I know the ending record wasn't what we might want it to have been, but I think the biggest mistake I made was not putting Grubb, sorry, on the opening day roster. Without a doubt, he should have been on the opening day roster, and that was probably the biggest mistake I made. Ooh, Billy Wynn is on the waiver wire. Why is he interesting? And I think 1971 too might have been just like a mini year of the pitcher. Maybe. Mudcat Grant retires. Here we go. I think next offseason... Oh, no. I think this offseason might be when the DH starts. I don't remember. In any event, I want to thank you guys for watching so far. Please do feel free to leave a like, comment down below. I always appreciate hearing from people. So comments are always welcome. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.